Welcome Nerf Herders. Today we're going to be looking at awesome thrifting finds I found in the month of February. So it's not quite a big haul, but it is a few things that I do like, and a couple of things that I found to be very interesting that I haven't had before. So the first one is kind of weird. When I was over at a Goodwill store, I was looking through some stuff. I found a pair of binoculars. I was like, "Ooh, cool, binoculars," because I like binoculars. And I was looking, and this is what I found in my view. I found a drain blaster. This is the Straight Shot drain blaster. It was in its box. It was like $4. Pulled it out. It was in pretty good condition. It didn't even look like it was used, which is good. Its accessories are still all intact, and it fires just great. So I've got its accessories in here, and I've got a drain blaster. So now I have a drain blaster, hopefully something to do with it. Put that up there. And I also found some accessories. So I got a bag which has two 18 round stick mags and a 6. I also found my very first, something I've been looking for quite a while, ammo box. So this is doesn't have Nerf written on it, so this might be like the G.I. Joe one or something, but it's definitely the ammo box. Looking to see if there's any sort of writing on here whatsoever. And at the moment I'm not seeing any, but I've already been putting it to good use, as you can see when I open it up here. Ta-da! Some prototype darts. So I've got my ammo box now. And something else new in box that I found was a new in box double shot, which I really like the double shots. They don't really shoot particularly hard even when you modify them, but they're just tiny little double shooting pistols that look like old Western rifles. They're really cool. It's like having a Derringer in your pocket. It's really nice. Let's put that right up there. I'm also, in case you haven't picked it up, but the audio might be a little different, I'm also using my new microphone. So there's that as well. And I picked up for about $2 this Super Soaker Max D 3000. Still Holds Air by Laramie. It shoots it out pretty nicely. Sticker's a little worn, but otherwise it's in decent shape for its function, which is more than what I care about. There we go. And I was also able to pick up $3.99 Sonic Ice Hailfire without the skirt that's on top of it, but that's fine. It kind of streamlines that look. One of my favorite triggers in the world, by the way. Smoothest trigger systems, and it is the Sonic Blue variant. I don't have the Sonic Blue variant of this. I've got a couple of the normal ones, and I have one Sonic Blue, what is that? Sonic Blue Rampage, so that's one of the things that I have. I picked up something that I normally wouldn't have picked up if it wasn't for others in the Nerf community. I think it was Evan B, and he was showing some pictures on his Facebook group about this blaster and saying how this was a really beefy blaster just for its size. So I decided to pick it up. I've already modified it, guys, so sorry about that. But I have some pictures on my Facebook page. If you want to see what I've done to it, you can go to facebook.com/ocnerfherders with an S. And if you can't tell right here, this is the Magic shotgun blaster, and it's got brass inside there. And I picked it up for, how much was that? $3.99. So I've never had one. It's probably overpaying for what it is, but I saw it in store and I said, you know what, I'll grab it this time. And it's got pretty solid air seal for what I've been able to do to it. And you can see again, I pulled off the end and there's the brass. So normally when you were getting this, you would stick your dart in, it would probably go in about that far, but taking out the entire barrel system, replacing it with brass, a nice tight fit brass, I can pretty much stick it in about that far now. So it goes in all the way down to the dart head. fires about, what is it, 70 feet maybe, or 8? I think I got it up to about 70-ish feet or so. So nothing in particular, and it's also using a stock spring. So the performance is just brassing it, tightening the air seal, and using a stock spring and still getting 70 feet. Oh, these things, I love them. They both work. These little pocket strike AS1s or secret strike AS1s, they're really awesome. I love them. And along with that came this tiny one I'm probably going to give to my daughter, but this tiny, tiny, tiny little miniature night finder, which fires a hole of 7 feet, or not even 7 feet that time, but it does fire somewhat. Well, maybe with a different dart it'll fire better, but it does actually fire. Now what does fire and what is normally sized is my first original blue night finder. So these are the old school with the old school kind of Nerf, very aggressive looking logo there, and no tactical rail on top. I believe this is pre-end strike days. We can kind of use this. And it is still firing solidly after all these years. Yep, awesome. I love night finders. I also found without a barrel unfortunately, so I hope I'll find one, but I found a Sharpfire. And if you know, by now hopefully, I have a Sharpfire kit that makes it into a fully brass breech system, which comes with its brass, a new spring, some upgraded padding, and just really changes this into a quite poopy blaster into a really high performing blaster. I picked up another green variant Zombie Strike Ruffcut. Fires solidly and is in excellent condition. Just a little bit of goo marks from previous stickers that were on it. Other than that, this is in great condition and it fires really well. I've seen these before. I kind of like the look of them, and I know they don't perform very well, which is why I haven't really sought out to buy them. But I found one in store for, I think, just maybe like $2 or so. This is the Zombie Strike Crossshot or Cross Strike crossbow thing. It's the Zombie Strike crossbow thing with a kind of like AR style pullback and fire. It does not actually use these. In fact, this comes off. But I like kind of the profile of this. I might use it for something. So that's pretty nice, and it fires pretty well. It's in fairly good condition. Usually like the bow arms are kind of mangled and whatnot, but this one was in good condition. Ah yes, I've been collecting these as well. This was like a $2 blaster, $2.99. I've been collecting the double strikes because of the massive sized plunger tube and the capacity to select between megas and elite darts. I'm likely going to be brassing these and making it a single shot killer pistol. So that would be really fun. Massive draw, massive plunger tube. It's like a long shot plunger tube in here. Unfortunately, there's just a bazillion air holes. So you have to plug all that stuff up. Ah yes, another night finder. A gray and yellow night finder. No light. Fires really well. In fact, the blue one, the older one, is in better shape than that yellow one. Go figure. Surprise, surprise, an orange variant night finder. I like night finders. Ooh, this one has a light, I forgot. Ah, there it is. So this is an orange variant night finder, pretty good condition as well. I found a Jolt. Pew. Another Sharp Shot. This one's just the orange trigger. If you saw my previous thrifting video, you'll know that I picked one up with the blue trigger, which is the stronger trigger. This is the Mark II version 2, so without the nub in the front and the fixed issue with the magazine well. So there's that. A fairly new blasters there. I have the blue ones of these, but now I've got yellow ones. And I'm hoping they work because I might want to see if I could use them in a Nerf war. So I've got 2 sets of these. That'll be really cool to try out. Maybe they will work, maybe they won't, who knows. Hoping they will. Maverick. That gives me a couple of more Mavericks. I don't know what I'm going to use them for yet, but I've got some ideas, so I wanted to pick one up this time. I usually pass them up because they're overpriced in most stores. Then I picked up this bad boy. Tri-Strike with the stock and the barrel. I found two of these in store. They both did not have the bolt. One store had them for $14. This one had it for like, I want to say it was $5 or less. So I went ahead and grabbed it. That was a very good deal. Then we have a long strike in pretty good condition. It didn't come with a barrel, but I found a barrel on my trip to Arizona. So now I've got a second complete long strike, which is pretty nifty, pretty awesome. I have plenty of the Rangemasters, but this is my first snipe without a barrel, unfortunately. But these things are such beastly powerhouses. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. It's just like the Sentinel, just like the Reaper. Those guys are just beastly. And then I found this one. I've been meaning to get something from this line eventually, but they're just so darn expensive that I just didn't feel like it warranted it. The price just didn't feel like it warranted it. So when I found it in stores for like $8, I said, yeah, I should probably get it. And it is a new in box Rogue One Glow Strike Stormtrooper blaster with all of its lights, batteries, its original darts. It even has the elastic all still in place. The only problem with this one is it had like some white goo that was up here. Somebody must have spilled something on it. I cleaned it off really easily, and you know, they sent it off to salvage at the Goodwill, and that's my gain, their loss. But yeah, that's it. And I believe this is it. This is the haul for February 2017. Not a bad haul in my opinion. I rather enjoy the things that I got. I definitely passed up a lot of blasters, and will likely continue to pass up more. That being said, I thank you all for watching. Let me know how this microphone sounds. I hope it turns out good on camera, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Nerf on, everybody.